Hi, welcome back to Tammy Talks About. This video is going to be a serious video. It's not going to be a laughing video or a lighthearted. So if you are triggered by things that are serious or by discussing suicide, which is what we're going to be discussing today, then maybe this isn't the video for you, and I just wanted to let you know before we start. So the reason we're talking about this today is September is National Suicide Prevention Month, and today, as of recording, Friday, September 10th, is National Suicide Prevention Day. Today is a day to remember those affected by suicide, to raise awareness, and to focus efforts on directing treatment to those who need it most. And yes, I'm going to be reading a lot of notes during this video. I want to make sure I get this right. This is a very important topic, and I think just about everyone has been affected or touched by someone who has either attempted or committed suicide. And I think that's very important to raise awareness, to try and help if we can. So I went to the Suicide Prevention Lifeline website, and these are some actions we can all take in the fight to prevent suicide. Number one, ask. Research shows people who are having thoughts of suicide feel relief when someone asks after them in a caring way. Number two, be there. Individuals are more likely to feel less depressed, less suicidal, less overwhelmed, and more hopeful after speaking to someone who listens without judgment. Number three, keep them safe. A number of studies have indicated that when lethal means are made less available or less deadly, suicide rates by that method decline, and frequently suicide rates overall decline. Number four, help them stay connected. Studies indicate that helping someone at risk create a network and resources and individuals for support and safety can help them take positive action and reduce feelings of hopelessness. Number five, follow up. Studies have also shown that brief, low-cost intervention and supportive, ongoing contact may be an important part of suicide prevention, especially for individuals after they have been discharged from hospitals or care services. And now you can find all of this information and a whole lot more on the Suicide Prevention Lifeline site, and I will have that in the description box, a link to that in the description box. And also, if you need someone to talk to, and I'm going to put the number up right here, you can call the Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-TALK. That's 1-800-273-8255. Before I read these last statistics that I took down, I thought I would share a little bit of my story. Many years ago, I had my first suicidal thoughts, and the reason that it happened was during my first breakdown. I had come to a point where I was afraid to leave my house. I was afraid that something bad might happen, and so I knew that didn't make sense. I knew that it was exaggerating, but I could not overcome those feelings. And it lasted and kept going, and I felt like I was losing my mind. And I came to a point where I was ready to die. I was ready to just take my life, then to stop having these crazy, or then to continue to have these crazy thoughts. That was my first trip to get help. Thankfully, my husband knew and saw what was going on, and he knew that it was time for help. I had 2 other episodes. See, I deal with manic depression, and I live with it every day. And so I can very easily become depressed. And over the years, I've learned to recognize when it's happening, and I try to do things to change it. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. But I have had 2 more trips to a hospital due to me getting depressed, getting overwhelmed. You get a feeling of, you can have people all around you, but you feel so alone. Sometimes you feel like there's no possible way that you can even share what is causing you to be depressed or the feelings you are having. It's a horrible feeling. And when you make plans, or when I've had times where I thought it would be the best thing for everyone. I've had times where I thought, well, nobody's going to miss me. Thankfully, I've had a loving family who saw the changes. If you see changes in someone that you love or care about or are friends with, if you see things starting to change that aren't in their normal behavior, check with them. Check on them. Because when you're feeling that way, you're not always going to reach out to someone. Sometimes you will. Sometimes you won't. And my family saw the changes happening in me. They noticed I wasn't eating. I was sleeping all day. I found no joy in life. And just little things like that they noticed. And they knew that it was time for me to get help. And so, and both times I had made plans. I had made the plans and was ready to go through with it. It was just a matter of time, really. I just hadn't decided when I was going to do it. So thankfully, though, I got help. And that's why I wanted to do this video. That's why I wanted to share some of the things you can do to help someone who might be going through the same thing. So I've got a few more. That's a little bit of my story. But I've got a few more statistics, and then we'll wrap this video up. On average, there are 132 suicides per day in the United States. White males accounted for 7 out of 10 suicides in 2016. And, you know, a lot of what we talk about here on this channel is Johnny Depp and males who are victims of domestic violence. And just like with domestic violence, where they're less likely to speak out or speak up, I think that could be why 7 out of 10 males account for suicides, because they're less likely to ask for help. And then more than 700,000 people die by suicide every year, which is 1 person every 40 seconds. Suicide is a global phenomenon and occurs throughout the lifespan. So it doesn't matter what age, young, old, anyone is capable of it. And in fact, this video is at 9 minutes. So 9 people have died while we were talking. Let's stop that. Let's break that statistic. If you know of anyone who might need help, please reach out to them. Go to the Suicide Prevention Lifeline website. See what you can do. But I'm sorry this was such a depressing video, but I think it's an important video. And I hope you will share this with someone, or I hope you will just take a moment and notice those in your life. See if there's someone needing help in your life. Or if it's you, reach out to someone, please. You're important. You're loved, and you're here for a reason. Things might be dark right now, but they won't always be that way. So I'm going to stop right there, and I pray that until the next time, you will be blessed.